Today we're going to be comparing and contrasting arteries and veins and capillaries. To start with, arteries are going to be the red blood vessels that carry blood away from the heart, whereas the veins are going to be the blue blood vessels which carry blood towards the heart. The reason they're blue is because it's deoxygenated blood, whereas the red signifies the oxygenated blood. The blood flows from the heart towards the various part of the body in the arteries, whereas in the veins it flows from the various parts of the body back to the heart. In the arteries, they tend to be more thick and elastic, where they can withstand pressure, kind of like a pantyhose, so they can kind of expand as different levels of blood flow through them, whereas like a pump will kind of send a surge of blood. Whereas the veins are going to be more of a thin elastic layer with semilunar valves, and they're not going to be able to withstand pressure or change its shape as much. The arteries tend to be deeper in the body, so they are not usually messed with. A respiratory therapist actually has to stick you in order to reach and get a blood draw. Whereas in the veins, they're going to be closer to the skin, and that's commonly where you get your blood drawn, or if you need an IV or something, that's what is used. The artery walls are going to be more rigid than the veins, whereas they have more collapsible walls. They also are going to have valves, which kind of stop the backflow of blood, whereas arteries do not have valves. The thickest layer in the arteries is the tunica media, where in the veins it's the tunica adventitia. The pulmonary and systematic arteries are the main arteries, where in the veins you also have superficial and deep considered. The capillaries are going to be where both the veins and arteries meet, and it's kind of where the gas exchange takes place. They are the smallest blood vessels in the body with like a thickness of like your hair. They connect the arterioles and the venules. The main thing that the capillaries do is they distribute oxygenated blood to the tissues, and they feed the deoxygenated blood from the tissues back to the veins. So they are neither considered a vein or an artery. And that is the difference between arteries, veins, and capillaries.